Hey boys and girls, Mr. Scanlon here. Today we're doing passing drills, okay? Basketball, there are four main types of passes, okay? One is the chest pass, called that because you throw it from your chest to the other person's chest. A lot of times it's chest to stomach, which is fine, okay? They just don't call it a stomach pass. So chest pass really here to here, okay? So chest pass. Second is bounce pass. It's where you bounce it once and then it comes up to the person's belly. Okay? So chest pass, bounce pass. Third one is overhead pass. If you play soccer, you know all about that. Okay? Overhead pass. Most of the time in soccer, if you're throwing it really far, you got to come back pretty far. With basketball, a lot of times you only have to come back like that far. Okay? And then the fourth kind, which we will not be practicing. Feel free to practice on your own, but you need a lot of space. It's the baseball pass or the football pass, and that is the one-handed, super long pass, okay? The first two, chest and bounce, those are for closer together. When you can't get it to somebody using one of those because you're too far back, that's when you need to switch to an overhead pass, or when you're trying to get it over someone's, hence overhead pass. So if somebody's in the middle like this, playing defense in the middle, you can't chest pass or it'll go right to the defender. You're trying to get it to your teammate. So you might have to go overhead and go over their hand. Okay? So, first is the chest pass, all right? Ideally, you have the ball like this, with the laces this way, and you have your hands on the side. Okay? And what you want to do is three things. One is keep it at your chest. One is step. So you want to step forward, okay? Extend your arms, snap and spin your wrists, okay? So step, boom, all right? However, okay, a lot of times in a game or if you're in a hurry or you need to pass it really fast and nobody steals it, a lot of times it turns into kind of a one-handed pass, okay? Where you can get a little more on it. This, sometimes you can't do it as fast depending on what age you're at, okay? But ideally, the chest pass is like this, and then you roll the ball down, roll it, snap. And you snap your wrists out, just like our shooting where you snap your wrists, this time out, under, out, under, out. Okay, so we're going to practice that chest pass. So if there's no defender in the way, and I have a teammate right over here, I'm going to chest pass it to him. Now there's three lines on this wall right now. This is about a little lower than my waist, this line. This is chest, and this is my head, okay? A chest and bounce pass. The first two passes we're learning. You want to make sure it hits the wall if you're using a wall, or the person between their waist and their chest. Okay, you want to get it right in here. I say to the belly. I think the belly's perfect. Because if you get it past the belly, you can go right into a dribble. If you get past the belly, you can go right into a shot. If you get past the belly, you can go right into another pass. If you get the ball too high, you got to adjust, and it takes that extra second. Basketball is a quick game. Okay, so you want to have quick, accurate passes. Now we're going to pass it from here. It's about 10 feet away. Halfway is this cone, all right? So that's 5 feet from the wall. So you need a partner or a wall for these drills, okay? You're going to do 20 passes from for each kind of pass, all right? So I start off here. I'm aiming for chest to stomach, which is the bottom two tape. You do the three things I said, right? Start the ball to chest, take a step, snap, and roll your hands. See how I ended up? That. Step. Starts in the chest or belly area. Step. Remember, we always keep our knees a little bit soft and bent in basketball. We don't go like that. We're going to need power there, right? So we're in an active position. Step, step. And we don't want it to go like that. That's a weak pass. Someone's going to steal it. We want a sharp, snappy pass as hard as we can. Alright? See how I'm aiming? So you have tape you can put up somewhere, it would be great. From your stomach to your chest to your head. Okay? Or an X or a partner. Okay? You got it. Now, reset, step, snap. Right? Start in our chest, take a step, snap, to the side. Alright, once you get a rhythm going, good. Now you can see that I like to get it along the laces. So if it comes to me off, a lot of times I'll spin it back onto the laces like this. But you don't have to. In a game, it's going to be hard to do that. You get a pass, you're going to have to pass it from however you get the ball. Right? However you get it. Might be here, might be here. But I really like when I'm practicing to go with the laces. Snap. Hit the foot, you want to go forward. You don't have to rotate. You don't want. I like going left forward from a right. Now again, if you want to get real power on it, you can put one hand behind the ball instead of on the side and do it more from the side. Get more of a swivel, kind of like baseball. You get your power from the hip swivel. Okay? So you can try that as well if you want. Right? That's our chest pass, right? It's the pass that gets used the most in basketball. However, what if there is a defender right here? Right? We can't do a chest pass or it'll go right into his chest. Usually the arms are up like this. A bounce pass in most cases is because you want to get it under the defender's arm to your teammate. Okay? Now you might think when you're doing a bounce pass that you want it to bounce halfway between you and your teammate. That is not true. I'll show you what happens when it bounces at the halfway mark. See how high that was when it hit the wall? Okay? It was up here. So I would get the ball up here. Chest pass and bounce pass, you want it to be between the waist and the chest. Okay? Chest and belly. The lower the better for bounce passes. Because you got a hand right here, the person might be able to get pretty low. So you do the same thing. You step, ball in the chest, step into it, right? Push and snap. Right? But don't bounce in the middle. It's going to be too high. It's a weak pass. It'll get intercepted, or your teammate's going to get it way up here. It's going to take 2 seconds to get set. Alright? So you want to do it halfway between halfway. Okay? So really, about 2 of your big steps. Okay? I would say this black line. Alright, so closer to the man you're passing to. So watch what happens when I throw it and it hits the black line. Perfect! Right? I step. Right? It's really close to it. The bounce is about this close to it. And it goes right to his belly. Just perfect. You see how it's hitting that bottom red line? Even a little lower. Right? So that can hit right under someone's arm. Perfect. 20 of those, same exact thing, except it's a bounce. Okay? So 20 bounce passes, 20 chest, 20 bounce. Now, what happens if he's a little further away, and I try to do a chest, and I just can't get it there, it's too far. Or, there's a defender, and it's also pretty far. Okay? You gotta get it over. That's when you switch to the overhead pass. Okay? You're playing against the zone, which is a defense where everybody's kind of in the middle, and you want to pass it to a player over there, you're going to have to do an overhead, because you need to get some more power, throw it further, and you have to get it over all those hands. You can't bounce your chest in there. So, how do you do an overhead? Similar. Take it on the sides. Remember, step, bring it back, snap. Okay? So step, back, snap. Now don't bring it too far. Some people go like this, and usually the ball ends up going straight in the air. So you want it to go over the hands, but still with some power to it. Okay? So you don't want it to go up like that. It's too slow, take too long to get there, and it'll get stolen. Okay? So you want to go up like this. Step, snap. You want to have that little arc. Not much. You don't want it super high. Get stolen. You don't want it too low. It's going to hit the other guy in the face, the defender in the face, or he's going to steal it. You want it just a little bit over. Okay, we want it at that top line, just right at the head, so the person can catch it right here. then go back and do 20 again. So that's 60 and 60, 120. So 20 bounce, 20 chest, 20 bounce, 20 overhead, 20 bounce, chest, 20 bounce, 20 overhead. If you want, you can practice the one-handed baseball, football throw. That's if you got to go really far, okay? If the person's really, really far down there, and again, same as the overhead, you want to make sure it's got power, but it's somewhat high, but not too high and slower gets stolen, okay? If you want to challenge yourself, you can try one-handed bounce passes. So step out with your right hand, just kind of throw it at the ground with your right hand. So right, left, right, or same thing with the left. And make sure you get low. Final thing, if you want to challenge yourself, is step with the opposite foot. So I'll step with the left, throw with the right. Okay? Step with the right, throw with the left. Right, that's how I need to get around somebody. If you got a defender who's got fast hands, and I'm right in front of him, it's going to be hard to do a chest pass right in front of him. So I can come out here and bring it across. That is basketball passing in a nutshell. Have fun practicing, and make sure to take a video. I'd love to see the videos. See you later.